Hello everyone. In this video we'll use materials to create a radar scan effect. Just like what we see in the level, it can be used for user interface or on some mesh screen materials. Alright, let's start making it. This material still only uses nodes provided inside the engine, which can help us better understand the nodes in the material. Of course, if we want to make it more refined, we can also use more detailed external texture. First, create a material. Set the blend mode to translucent, unlit, and enable two-sided. Here we use the vector to radial value node to convert text chord into a radial mode. We've done similar effects in previous videos. We can see this is a radial from 0 to 1. Then use the material function generate band to create a band mask. Set the width to 0.01 to make it thin. Connect it, and we'll get a radial band effect to simulate the scanning pointer. To animate the pointer, simply add time to the texture coordinate. Then use frac to make it loop from 0 to 1. Yes, they are essentially the same, but frac limits the output value to 0 to 1, allowing us to incur less performance overhead. We can slow down the speed, like 0.5. If we want clockwise rotation, change the speed to -0.5. That's the scanning pointer done. Next, copy the above nodes to create the ring expansion effect. Just change the mask to the G channel. We can see the G channel's value expand evenly from the center to the surroundings. Now we have an outward expanding ring. We can also add some noise to give the edges a bit of dynamic feel. So we now have two effects, the scanning pointer and the expanding ring. Merge them together using a max node. Then we need a sphere mask, with radius and center both set to 0.5 and hardness set to 100 or 0. The difference is the softness of the edge. This gives us a circular range mask. No color yet. Adding a color makes it clearer. Yes, that's what it looks like. Now let's create the mesh grid of the background. We still use vector to radial value, but this time multiply it by a 2D vector to control the tiling in the U and V directions. Default both to 10, adjust later. Because the UV channels are displayed together, it's not very clear. Let's use component mask to view these channels separately. First look at the R channel. U direction, it's a radial gradient. After multiplying by 10, the value ranges from 0 to 10. Then we use floor to get integer steps, 0, 1, 2, 3. Subtract the integer part from the original gradient to get a 0 to 1 gradient in each interval. Then by using 1 minus and taking the minimum, we get a symmetrical gradient region, same as the masking method in previous videos. The G channel is similar, so we won't repeat it. Now multiply again by a 2D vector to control the width of each shape, default both to 2. Use smooth step with min 0.8, max 1. We'll see the shape become sharper. Now increase the width value, like 3, to see the shape change. Yes, the ring becomes thicker. Find a suitable value. We now have two different mask shapes, but they are displayed in two channels. We need to combine them into a single channel so that they can be combined with the scanning pointer below to get the correct pattern. Let's extract the R channel and G channel separately and combine them with Max into a single channel. This gives us the base grid shape. Then combine the base grid shape with the scanning pointer and expanding ring using Max. Connect to the circular mask. Now a simple radar scan is complete. For color, we can use lerp to control, for example, base shape color green, pointer color red, expanding ring blue. Apply lerp to each shape. Yes, that will give us the colors we want. If we want the two parts of the base pattern to have different colors, add another lerp here. Finally, connect to the emissive color channel. If we think the ring edge is too thin, we can increase the width value, like 2.5. If we don't want a gradient transition, we can set sharpness to 1 and use seal for integer steps. That's the simple radar scanning material. Put it into the level to see the effect. Very practical. The shape of the pattern can be changed by adjusting these parameters. Of course, we can also add extra animation effects, such as rotating the base pattern. Take texture coordinate. Subtract 0.5 to center it. Because the default UV center in the material function is not the one we are using after subtracting 0.5, the tiling in the V direction will look different. Let's set the V tiling to 20 to keep it the same. Then use a custom rotator node to control rotation. The rotation angle can be animated using time and frac to loop between 0 and 1. Then multiply by a small value like 0.15 to slow it down. This gives a slowly rotating ring. If we want a stepped, ticking effect instead of continuous rotation, we can use floor or seal, which will make it jump step by step, like a pointer. Similarly, we can add different animations to the scanning pointer or expanding ring. Just be creative. Alright, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.